Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Excel. In this module, I want to show you how to use the filter function, and then I want to show you how you can use the filter function with XLOOKUP. So first off on the screen, I've got an example where if I change the information in that yellow cell to a different code or grade like AA, this will filter this blue table and just show me all the grade AAs. And the other one in there is EO. Like so. So I want to recreate that down here. I'm just going to color a cell in a different color to that. I'll go orange. And in there, I want to do a data validation list that's going to give me those three options so I don't have to manually type them. So that is onto the data tab, over to the right where it says data tools and the no entry sign in there, and change any value to list. And then you can type the list with a comma. I'm putting cap lock is on, AA, comma AO, comma EO, and that'll be the list. And click OK to that. And then selecting one of those, so I'll select the top one, AA. And then what I need here is these titles. So I'm going to highlight these titles, get the large black cross to move them, but I'm not going to move them. I'm going to hold my control key down and then let go of my mouse, and that will copy them. So that's where to copy, or you could just do copy and paste if you want. So now I'm going to do the filter function that's going to look at that in this list and tell me who they are. So it's equals, in this example, filter, pressing tab. It's asking me for the array, which is the whole of this blue table, like so, comma, and then it says include. Well, I want to include the grade column, comma, not comma. You want to do a comma, don't you? Equals, and then the orange cell. So that's a bit of a weird thing, the fact you're doing equals at the end there. But if I tick that, that should put the filter in there for me. And now because I've done the little drop-down list, I can select a different one. Now the date column is not formatted to date, but if I go across back to home and just change that to, so it's a date, short date, then that will always pick that up. Like so, if I change that over again, that should pick that up. Like so. Now if I come on to an example of a filter with an XLOOKUP, you can see what happens here. So if I click on that, that's a list of information, and then I've got like an invoice on the next sheet there, and I've got some functions. So if I just delete these two functions off, get rid of that one, get rid of that one. So the top one is an XLOOKUP. So if I type in there equals XL and press tab, I'm looking at that code, comma, in this list behind on a different sheet, and this is a list of codes. Remember, the codes in XLOOKUP don't have to be in or on the left. So that's that, comma, and I want to return these two columns, so I want to know who this is. So that's all I need to do on that one, and then that drops the company in. So I want to use the filter function in this little bit, so it's equals filter, pressing the tab key, and I need to go and get the data which is on the other sheet. So it's just from the invoice number, I just want it from there, and the date, comma, and I need to highlight the codes, and then equals, and then coming back onto the invoice sheet, I need to click on that code up there, and then if I tick that, that should drop that information in like so. So that's a combination of an XLOOKUP to get some data and then a filter to get lots of things. Because I used to do training, and I used to get one purchase order for 10 days training. A VLOOKUP and an XLOOKUP and all those sort of functions need additional functions to get that multiple lines. But with the filter function, that would be great. So that would be like a PO for me, and that would be all the jobs I've got. So I found that quite useful. Now, if we go on to the next sheet and have a look at these little exercises, just to have another go at this. So this top one is a XLOOKUP example, and I want the data for that code to come in here. So again, at the top, it's equals XL, pressing tab to get that. So I'm looking at that code, comma, in this list of codes, all the way down to the bottom, and this always has to be the same height, comma, and then I want the rest of this to come in like so, again the same height, and that's all I need to do on that one. It should just drop that in. So that's dropped that in at the top there. You can see that. If I come up a bit, if I change that code, that will just tell me what that is, like so. Now the filter function, again, I'm going to do the same thing. I need to do a data validation list in there. So go to data and then across to data validation, any list. So there's the list. And now I'm going to type it, so it's going to be AA. In fact, I've got caps lock on already. AA, comma, AO, and then EO. That's the list. Clicking OK to that. And then I need to select one. If you don't select one of these options, when you do equals, it'll come up with calc because there's nothing for it to look at. So calc is not wrong. Don't delete it on calc. Just put something in that yellow cell or whatever color you've got yours if you've colored it up. So it's equals filter. Pressing tab on filter, and then the whole of this table all the way down, comma, including the grade column all the way down, and then equals that yellow cell. And then when you tick that, that should drop that information in like so. And then if you adjust that like so, it will just filter whatever you've selected there. So that's a look at an XLOOKUP and a filter function, how you can work them together, and this last bit's just an exercise on the two of them. So that's all I want to talk about in this little video, how you can manipulate a filter function and an XLOOKUP. So hopefully that was of use. Thank you for your time. I'll catch you on the next one.